going to move right into the next one. Anshul Jubli versus Jeka Saragih. Now, this fight is one of the 4 tournament championship fights that will be taking place on this fight card. This is part of the road to the UFC, where top Asian MMA prospects competed at 125, 135, 145, and 155 tournament style. I'll start with Jeka, who had a pair of knockouts on the road to the UFC, including a devastating KO in the semifinals that sounded like a freight train hitting a wall. He's a wushu fighter and does fight like with that classic kung fu style. He's a 13-2 pro record with 12 out of his 13 wins, all by finish. I do think that he telegraphs his shots sometimes because he really puts everything into his punches. But when he does connect, you will feel it. And that also takes a lot of energy to fight like that. People more likely than not will gas out or at least slow down as the fight goes on. Another takeaway I took from watching some tape on Jeka, in the fight before making his road to the UFC debut, he did struggle and end up losing the first round because he was grappled with, although he did get the KO in the second round. And that was over some guy who was like 6-4, just like really low level competition. He's going to be taking on 6-0 Anshul Jubli, who's looking to be the first UFC fighter fighting out of his home country of India and the second fighter of Indian descent in the UFC ever. Jubli has a very different approach to fighting than Jeka. He's far less power, far less explosive. Light on his feet, has a boxing style, good head movement, good striking in the pocket. He also throws more volume and I think has a better pace and just has better cardio in general. More of a point fighter, I would say. But the biggest takeaway, which I think is going to be the difference maker in this fight, is the amount of damage he takes. Jubli took 100 significant strikes in his road to the UFC fight, averaging 6.7 absorbed per minute. And frankly, if Jeka is able to land half those shots, I think he'll be able to finish Jubli. So I'm going to go with Jeka in that one.